Okay, good afternoon. It is November the 1st, 2019. Now I want to give an analysis of one of my favorite plays. I want to follow this pattern throughout the day and pause this video and come back later and see how it performs. Alright, so thank you for joining me and let's work this out. So we initially had a buy on the 4 hour to the far right. To the far left is your hour. In the middle is the 15-minute chart, and the far left is your 3-minute. Is my 3-minute chart here. So we had a pop to the upside. We have volume on the 4 hour, and we want to see a pullback because that's what's taking place right now. On the 15 minutes, you can see it. On the 1 hour, it's starting to show as well. Now let's get to the 3-minute and let's get to favorite play and let's see how this plays out. Initially, we obviously see the trend strength here, trying to bait in some buyers here and maybe working. This should be more of a resistance. Well, up here should be more of a resistance, and we'll see how things plays out once we get to that particular area. But my actual favorite play, again, I want to make this quick because I'm going to pause it and come back to it later on, is to see this break to the downside one more time. Let's say on my last video, of course, I showed you got a phase 1 and a phase 2. This would ideal been the phase 1. Once it broke, it's broken twice, so it's a little weary. This should have been the break into the upside, and phase 2 is starting at this point. And phase 2 should break down below this particular point right here and hopefully hold here. And if not, then we're going to look to see, of course, gauging it a little bit more with volume and analysis of news, things in the nature. Excuse my slowness of my computer because I don't know why I'm trying to go down. All right. So this is ideal what I'm looking at. And on to the upside here as I start to, but we're more so in a range, of course, and we want to see how we approach the lower ends. And right now I'm just going to be a little bit more patient before I look to go long on this. All right, thank you, and I will pause this for a moment and come back to it. Okay, so I am back here on the continuation, and we have pretty much broken to the downside. This is a good thing about the actual play is that you can tell when it's not going to go your way a little easier when you have that setup as well, because when we were up here and I initially had my marker somewhere around here looking for, I was expecting a lower pullback. That's where I had it at here. Yeah, I had it here and I knew it was going to be a lower pullback, and of course we wanted to get a test. We want to get a test here, particularly in this area, and once we start to get the test to come in strong. Now, once the test came in strong, then we know we're starting to look at it and say, okay, it's not bringing itself back up to the upside, and we don't have the volume for the support. We have the volume for the sell coming off of here. So once we start to get off this area here, and we still don't have a actual support, and of course we'll be looking to have our stop here ideally. So if we were actually entering in this particular area and it did not climb up and we actually waited to get it further this way, then this was where we would be. But if we were more aggressive, more sure confidence of things, then we could have taken it here and gotten stopped out here, or we just wouldn't have gotten in and watched it really hold and move to the upside before we start to look to go long. So if this here candle ideal was green, we want it to complete. And so if we have a turnaround here, we do have pressure coming from here to give us an indication, and we want to have a completion and a hold. So that is the true key point of being aggressive and conservative, and really watching what's going on, along with other indications of a sell sign coming in. High volume coming from the top on these here. So anyhow, right now we broke the support area. But did we? Of course, we came right back up. So, but we held for a second. We did hold for a second, but we came back up. So that's just something you want to watch. And again, so this idea would be some support if we can continue to. We are choppy. We are slow to the downside. So we want to get some volume to come in here and continue to hold this before we really go to the long side. I'm sure it's not going to be something that's going to give us plenty of opportunities. And I would actually take this right now as more so a sell, and this being more of another pop to the upside, but also another drop to the downside here until we get some more volume. But this looks like it's going to be callous with some news events, and we need to watch closely what's going on here with the market and other sentiments. Okay. But here on the actual 1 hour, we pulled back 100% pull back. So that's very, we want to see how we bring it back and double test that. On the actual 4 hour, we don't want to see that at all, with strong volume coming off the actual highs. That's more of a spike on a higher time frame possibly, and so we want to look at that as potential spike and a pull back in if it holds on the inside. And this is now something that just want to peek its head out for right now and look later on, but we are in a range if we fall back into that, so we want to give ourselves that, but we do have support around here. Okay. All right. Thank you guys for watching, and hope we learned something from this favored setup. That's what I'm gonna call this. Favored setup that did not play out, and many reasons why, but this is a part of being an analysis here and continuously revamping this, understanding this, but this is definitely gives you all aspects, and you can gauge everything. You can gauge why it failed when you post analysis as well, and put that into your playbook. So these are things here, but this is something you that does work and to perfection, and it explains to you why it doesn't when it happens. But again, like I explained, with the volume coming in, you're not looking for, you want a choppy, you want a slow pullback, you want a low volume pullback. Obviously, you don't want anything coming hard off the highs and saying, okay, all right, let me get ready for my buy, like a robotic person. So that doesn't, you got to use your mind. You got to use your common sense with the whole play too as well. It's not just a robotic rule. You have to use your own intuition as well. All right. Thank you again.